Hey guys, I got cut off in the middle of this one last time. This is part 2 of the Stage 14 Study Guide Review. We're currently going through part 3 right now, the noun declension endings. If you haven't watched already, go consult the first part, where we go over sections 2 in the first half of 3. I just went ahead and filled in the rest of these, so you can take a look at these. I'll just kind of talk my way through them as we go. Okay, so the tired old man. So we have a third declension noun. Oh, I did not write that in. Synex. Oops. That's the genitive ending. We'll talk about that later. It should be synex, synem. That makes it third declension. And we have our adjective is fesus, fesa, fesu, which is a first, second declension adjective. We're going to be following the second declension since synex is masculine, since we're talking about an old man. So the nominative should be synex, fesus. They're both nominative singular. This one of the fesus of the second declension nominative singular, and synex of the third declension nominative singular. And from there we go on, just same case, same number, but different declension. So we have synex fesus. In the plural, it's synes fesi. Dative is syne feso. Dative plural is synebus fesis. Accusative is synem fesum. Accusative plural is synes fesos. Ablative singular is syne feso, and the ablative plural is synebus fesis again. So if we were wanting to say every or all of the girls, we go puella, puella, and the word omnis, omne. Our noun, as you see, puella, puella, is of the first declension. Our adjective is of the third declension. So we're going to have different endings, but they're going to match in case and number. So if we see the nominative be puella omnis. Those are both nominative singular. As you can see here, they're given to you in the first principal part of both of these. And afterwards, we use our stem. We take off the am of puella, we take off the is of omnis, and then just start adding the appropriate endings. So we take off the am, we add on an ae, the nominative plural, makes puellae. Omnes, we take off the is and replace the third nominative plural, which is ius. So we have puellae omnes. Repeat that step for the dative singular. You have puellae omni. Dative plural, we have puellis omnibus. Accusative singular, puellam omnem. And accusative plural, puellas omnes. Ablative, we have puella omni. This star is supposed to be the macron over the a. And for the ablative plural, we have puellis omnibus. The great wine, this is a neuter noun, which is always fun. That's why I've underlined the um ending here. So it should start off with vinum magnum, and they're going to share endings as they go. So we have vinum magnum in the nominative plural of the second declension neuter is a. So it would be vina magna. We have the dative singular is vino magno. Dative plural is vinis magnis. Accusative singular is vinum magnum again. It looks exactly the same as the nominative singular, as does the nominative plural. The accusative plural looks just like the nominative plural. So we have vina magna again. Ablative, vino magno, and ablative plural, vinis magnis. And moving on from section 3, we have some general grammar questions about adjectives, and these are straight out of the adjective notes. Adjective agrees with nouns. An adjective agrees with its noun in case, like dative, nominative, accusative. Number, as in singular or plural. And gender, masculine, feminine, or neuter. And we'll talk about that in stage 15. Number 2, adjectives that express size or quantity come before the noun they describe, as opposed to all other types of adjectives that typically come after the noun that they describe. Number 3, do adjectives always have the same endings as the noun they modify? No, they don't. They only have the same endings if they follow the same declension, as we saw in the previous section. Number, what does that mean? It means singular or plural. What does gender mean? It means grammatical gender, and you find that in your vocab, like we said, next stage. Number 6, what kind of words describe nouns? And that would be an adjective. Adjective describes nouns, whereas adverbs describe verbs or adjectives. Section 5. Okay, so on we have learned the word quam and quam. We've seen quam in many ways. We've seen it in this stage. We've learned it to be used as how, as in how, like think of Little Red Riding Hood. My, how big you are. That's what we mean there. Be is than, like whenever we have a comparative adjective. and we want to say this guy is smarter than that guy. We would say Kalidior quam, and then we'd say ille weir to say that guy. But Kalidior, smarter, quam, than. So if it's being used with a comparative adjective, that'll mean than. C, although, that's quam, one of my favorite words, although. Remember the vocab slide, all those hoes. And then D, as blank as possible. If you pair quam with the superlative adjective, then that makes it a super saiyan superlative. It's like the next level up, as opposed to just saying the smartest person or very smart. If you want to say quam, like kalidisimus would mean smartest or very smart. If you want to take it the next step up, you'd say quam kalidisimus, and that means as smart as possible. So if we look at number 1, we have villa tua, your house, est elegantior quam villa mea. Okay, elegantior, we can tell by this IOR ending that it is a comparative adjective, meaning more elegant. So this is saying your house is more elegant than my house. So we go with B. All right, number 2, servus quam celerime concurrit. Okay, so we have servus concurrit. The servant ran quam celerime. Celerime, remember that is one of those irregular superlatives. So instead of the isimus ending, it has the double R-I-M-E. So that means very quickly, or as it means very quickly, but it has quam in front of it, so it means the servant ran as quickly as possible. All right, quam servus est maior, non est fortior. Quam only means one thing, and that's although. So although the servant is better, he is not braver. All right, number 4, quam laeta sum. We have sum, I am, and laeta, happy. And so we have blank laeta sum. That is how happy I am. Or, yeah, pretty much. I am so happy. Number 5, quintus est altior quam clemens. Okay, so we have that IOR ending again. We know we're dealing with a comparative. So we're saying quintus is taller than Clemens. So that will be B. All right, number 6. Tablinum elegantius est quam cubiculum. As you can see down here, we have a note because we're using a kind of irregular word here. Some comparative words usually end in eor, IOR, but sometimes they can end in eus. So in this one, we're going with elegantius, which is just another comparative ending. Just wanted to show that to you. So the dining room is more elegant, quam cubiculum, than the dining room. Okay. The study is more elegant than the bedroom. There we go. So we're going to go with that. B. All right. Number 7, quam aegeris servus. We're saying, how sick is the slave? We're saying he is very sick. Basically, if you're seeing quam at the beginning followed by a relatively simple sentence like this, you can pretty much assume it's how. If you see it with a comparative, you know it's going to be used as then. If you see it with a superlative, you know it's going to be as blank as possible. Number 8, quintus quam celerime festinavit. Okay, well, once again, we see it paired with a superlative adjective, so we don't even have to translate it. It means quintus hurried as quickly as possible. All right, section number 6 says, choose the correct Latin adjective for the sentence. This requires us to know what case number and gender the word we're dealing with is. All right, so fortunately, number 1 is pretty easy. This is a first, second declension adjective. Femini is a feminine word, and so we know that it will also have first declension ending. So, laeta, femini laeta. All right, ancilla blank provias ambulabat. Okay, here we're going to go basically same logic. Fesa is nominative singular, ancilla is nominative singular, and it's also first declension. It's both feminine. Okay, here we go. Gladiator leonem blank interfecit. The gladiator killed the blank lion. All right, well, we want to say fierce lion, and so lion is accusative singular, and so we need the accusative singular answer down here, which is ferocem. All right, number 4, umbra leonis necavit. The ghost killed blank lions. Okay, so now we have leones, that's accusative plural. We need the other accusative plural ending down here, which is a, feroces. Es is the accusative plural ending. All right, villicus blank amicos in taberna vidit. The overseer saw the blank friends in the shop or in the inn. And we're looking we have amicos, that's accusative plural, and we're looking for the accusative plural down here, which is multos. All right, number 6, Dominus servo blank premium debit. The master paid the price to the we want to say to the blank servant. So we have servo. That's dative singular. So we want to find the dative singular of fesai, fesus, feso, and feson, and that is feso. Second declension. Dative singular ending is o. Number 7, Kiwi servum blank salutavit. That means the citizen greeted the slave blank, or the blank slave. So we see servum is accusative. It's receiving the object. So we want the accusative form of tristi, tristibus, tristes, and di, tristem. Accusative singular of the third declension. All right, Quintus fabulum blank narravit. Quintus told a blank story. We have fabulum, which is accusative singular. So we want the other accusative singular ending, which is mirabellem. It's accusative singular of the third declension. Number 9, Senex blank in villa habitabat. We want to say the blank old man was living in the house, and we need that Senex is nominative singular, so we need the nominative singular form from down here, which is B, stultus. All right, number 10, gladiator bestias blank ad gitabat. All right, so we have the gladiator hunted blank beasts. We want to say fierce beasts. It's accusative plural. We need to find the accusative plural down here, which is D. Feroces. Es is the accusative plural ending. Okay, number 11, Dominus amico blank credebat. The master was believing blank friend. Okay, well, amico is dative singular since it's the object of a special verb here. And so we need the dative singular of the third declension, which is fideli. That is the faithful friend. Okay. We have blank liberti vinum bibebant. The blank freedmen were drinking the wine. We need, and freedmen here is a nominative plural since it's the plural subject. And we're going to need the nominative plural of omnis, which is third declension. Nominative plural ending is es, so we go with B, omnes. Number 13, Kiwes vinum blank bibebant. The citizens were drinking the blank wine. We want to say good wine. Vinum is accusative singular. We need the accusative singular ending, which is um. That's on bonum. All right, and finally, number 14, Rufilla blank ankylas habet. Rufilla has blank slave girls. We want to say many slave girls. Slave girls here is accusative plural, so we're going to find the accusative plural ending down here, which is multos. All right, and that's it for part 2. Come back for part 3. Never mind. Don't worry about part 3. These aren't a big deal on the test, and we should have these down by now. Just remember to match these. What endings go with what subject. So we go with 2. Is you, and we know that is second person singular ending. Actually, you know what? I probably got time for this. All right, 2, I'm a boss. Sounds like I'm a boss. Okay, nos means we. That means we need the first person singular ending. We have O-S-T. Mus, first person singular ending. Nikamus. All right, number 3, ego. We need the I form of this. This is a irregular verb. We should remember this from our foldable. Possum is the first person singular form of posse. All right, number 4, wos. We need second person singular form of sum, which is estis. Sum ss, sum is estis sunt. Number 5, gladiator. That is that's just third declension. He, she, or it. So we need the bombast bot. I-U, he, she, it. That's the order. All right, number 6, Bregens. Similar to last time, it's a third person singular, so we need a bombast bot. I-U, he, she, it. All right. Number 7, tres servi. 3 slaves. All right, well, that's going to be third person plural ending. Since a bunch of people doing it, and that always ends in e istiet, imus istis erunt, ends in an nt, and in the perfect tense, it's erunt. All right, number 8, senes. That is also same story as tres servi. We need the third person plural ending, which over here is bombas bot, bombus batis, bond. Number 9, ankylai, similar to the one above, even though no lunt is Irregular, it ends in an NT. And pueri, same deal, ends in an NT. It's also third person plural. Thank you guys. Best of luck.